Alright, good morning, good afternoon. Some of us woke up on time, but not all of us, and that's okay. But as always, my name is Heero. I am the author illustrator. Why do people text me when they see my notifications and I'm going live, and they text me instead of joining me in the chat? But afternoon, strangers. My name is Heero. I'm the author illustrator of the Strangers comic book. I've been gaming for a lot lately, but that title does not deceive you. I am drawing this morning or this afternoon. It's morning for me. I don't care. And we'll be doing a little bit of talking, maybe a little bit of a book review. But primarily what we'll probably be covering in this, because I don't know if there's any like newsworthiness from like the gaming community. There's been like a bunch of dumb statements made by the art director of Montreal's Stadia branch, but for streamers and Twitch, like people on Twitch have really been going through it with this whole music ordeal, and I'm fortunate to have a lot of music created by friends or people that don't care about copyright strikes. So that is a plus bonus for me, but for the least less fortunate folks, that's got to be a drag. As always, we're constantly moving towards our goals. We had one stranger join us yesterday on YouTube, and 3 strangers join us last night on Twitch. That's the most people that have joined my channel in one shot, so I appreciate you strangers for coming in. Leafywa was our Stranger Danger Award winner from last night. We streamed last night with me and my friends, some of my college friends, and then one of my high school friends. So that was really fun. These were the last people to join the channel on Twitch. And who was the last person on YouTube? I really got to change that font. That font is ugly. And this was for, yeah. So these were our last subscribers. No one's in there with me on Twitch. No one's on there with me on YouTube. I pressed it twice. My bad. But I am on YouTube and Twitter. And we'll start with the main topic first. And I'll be on my drawing page, so I'll come back and forth. But I wanted to talk about really one of the least informed situations that are going to be happening in the near future. A lot of shit. I'm going to be focusing a lot more on my drawing channel here in the near future, since the political cycle is going to be wrapping up here pretty soon. And a lot of people are like, oh, why are you done talking politics and stuff? And it's like, no, but I am a firm believer that you do need a break from that stuff. And if you don't take a break, it will consume you and it will probably kill you. So you do need time to kind of just breathe from that situation. But that doesn't mean like I'm done. It's just a hiatus. And I will return. I do this every year. Once again, you don't have to explain to anybody why you're taking a break. Your mental health, your mental health is more important than anything and everything. Because if you lose that mental tenacity, that mental toughness, if you lose that will, that fire, there's no coming back from that. No one will be able to bring you back. No one. It's just you. So I don't take these things lightly. is what I'm trying to get across. And I'm unapologetic about it. Really. Like, oh, I don't care. I'll quit my damn job. It doesn't matter to me, because when it's all said and done, I have two things going for me. One, I am fortunate to be put in a position where money isn't like the end all be all for me. It's important, but it's not the most important thing to me. I have an eclectic group of friends and family members who can help me if I ever needed help. But, I'm not saying that to throw you into a predicament. Everyone's situation is different. But what I mean by winter's coming, and a lot of people don't understand this, seasonal depression is a thing, guys. And I figured out that my seasonal depression kicks in around wintertime. And I become very moody, very agitated, easily like taken aback by things. And to avoid a situation where, I am totally unable to respond. And that's what you don't want. You don't want a situation where you're not able to respond to your day-to-day activities, or a complete shutdown, because then you're dealing with your depression directly affecting key components of your livelihood. So take me, for example. I work in the healthcare industry. You want to know who doesn't care if I'm depressed while they're dying? My patients. Exactly. That's, no one cares. No one cares, but everyone's listening. And don't you ever forget it. No one cares, but everyone's listening. So how do I cope with this depression? How do I handle it? And let me start off by saying, if you have depression, this is not me giving you advice on how to deal with your depression, right? This is just me telling you how I deal with my depression. You should definitely think of a way of dealing with this depression. I'm gonna pull something up in prep. I'm gonna put a depression hotline in the chat. Yeah, this is the first one I saw. It has an old white lady on the front cover. Don't know what she's sad about, but if you have issues, I am not a professional. I am a healthcare professional, but I am not a mental health care professional. So please seek proper guidance. With that being said, the way I deal with my depression is by and large, I think is a blessing for me, because the way I deal with it is I have a group of friends and family members who keep me balanced. But when it's all said and done, I can express my depression. I can put I can dispel and dissuade my depression in my arts. I'm able to turn this negative energy into positive energy using my arts. And I know what you're probably thinking, that seems not odd, but it seems convenience. And you're right, it is. It absolutely is a convenience. Because when things are going south for me, I can just pull out my tablet and draw. And fortunately for me, I have a comic book that lets me do that. Nanda. Oh, I need it to be white. Duh. It is white. Okay, so they're two different colors. Okay, you bougie. But also, Okay, let's do it this way then, the old-fashioned way. Um, and my comic book definitely gains from that, because a lot of the feelings I have, like the raw emotions I want to put into this comic book, come during this season. Like those mood swings give me stuff to write about. So I use that to my advantage. Is how I've harnessed these feelings. It's how I chose to harness these feelings. But it's not gonna. I'm here to tell you straight up, it's not gonna work for everybody. You're not me. I'm not you. Don't pretend. I'm cool. No. You're awesome. I'm cool, but you're awesome. But being cool or awesome might not be enough. So seek help. And I just wanted to, I don't know, is anyone in chat? No. One person is watching on Twitch. But if you have a coping mechanism, whenever you're watching this, put it in the chat. I want to know. How do you cope with your depression? Like, how do you handle? Do you need help? How do you make it? And I'm sitting here thinking, like, why does Valor's eyes look so different? And it's because they are different. Valor doesn't have any black spots on his, doesn't have a black lower ring on his eye. This is why I got to keep drawing, because I'll forget. We need a definitive no here. Whoops. Oops. We have more lines than anticipated. Where's this coming from? It's a color option, so it has to be the black. Let's find the... and I'm usually pretty good. With, dealing with my depression. But the thing that's been terrible is there are no gyms for me. I'm not going to the gym, and that hurts. That hurts because that's where a lot of tension and stress is relieved for me. And not having that resource, I didn't, like, besides and then it piles on. So it sort of compounds, right? Sort of compounds, because it's a body image thing. One, working out, just the endorphins and everything you get from it is great. But then you lose that, right? And you're like, okay, hey, I saw the sign. I opened up my eyes. And, you're not going to let it defeat you totally, right? You just eat a little bit better, trying to, make it, get it how you live, right? But then, like, you can't do it, and you're, like, doing the most you can. You go outside, you walk, you run outside, but, okay, you live in a state where there's snow. Yeah, you could run outside in the snow. Advised? No. But if you were about that life, you could. Even if you are about that life, I don't think you should. Nah. Don't do it. Because ultimately, going outside is taboo. And whatever your, political beliefs or feelings are on that, or why we're still in this predicament, it can't be denied that it has hindered our way of life. Meaning, whatever alternative there was, what the hell? Whatever the alternative was to this, man, maybe we should have done that. Maybe we should have done that. Because now, for whatever your reasons were about not locking down and people being sad, well, there's a world of sadness on its way. And if you're not prepared to take on that sadness, it probably will eat you alive. And that's why I'm like telling people, like, yeah, go get a routine going right now. Figure out that kryptonite of yours, that easy picker upper for you, because you're gonna need it. We're all gonna need something like it. Significant others, whatever. The deadline for dating it's been increased, And I guess I could go down a list of things that I would. I mean, what would I recommend? I have my drawing, I have my podcast, I have my stuff like that. I'm filming. The thing about me that a lot of people don't understand is I've internalized my happiness. And a lot of people like, what does that mean? To internalize your happiness to me means I don't need the connections of the outside world to be happy. I don't need the outside world at this point. And that can be perceived as a negative thing, but once again, we're talking about people's mental health here, right? My mental health has allowed me to say, because I know we're in a lockdown and I can't go outside. What can I do? What can I do to harness this time that I have, right? How do I make the most out of the time I have? So, like, going back to school was big for me this year, even though COVID messed that up too. Like, a lot of the schools I wanted to apply to shut down. Some of them are opening back up, but if, things don't pan out or things get worse, do you want to make that type of commitment in the middle of a pandemic? Me? Sure. Because I have nothing to lose at this point. I'm already in a place I don't want to be. But I don't feel the effects of me being here because technically nothing's going on around me. I'm not missing anything. Like, if I was missing weddings and birthday parties and loved ones growing up, that'd be an issue for me probably. But the fact is that's just not happening. It's not happening. And it's not happening because there's nothing going on. The world is stopped. And in that freeze frame, in that split second, people like me don't feel the pressures. I don't feel the pressure to, some people have started going back out and stuff and, hey, we're doing this. Like, I wouldn't want to have anything significant happen in 2020. 2020 needs to be just perceived as the mulligan year, right? Oh, if you're 30, you get to redo your 30th birthday party in 2021. You're still 30. Because I just don't see it. I don't see a reason to want to have 2020 associated with anything positive. And there has been positives here. Like, I'm sitting here badgering 2020 like I didn't have significant growth on the channel. 2020 brought about this. I probably would have never streamed live if it wasn't for 2020. So it does have its positives, and it could have been positive for you. I can't speak for everybody. But I think let's get back to the main topic. What are some things you can do to cope with this 2020 winter that's about to hit? Totally different. I just realized Fowler doesn't have any ears, so let's give him some ears. For one, I think having a strong mode of communication is super important. You need people who understand you on a different level. And what I mean by understand you, I mean like they can see past your bullshit. Because I'm one of those people that feed bullshit to my friends. Oh, is everything all right? Yeah, everything's cool. How was work? Work was horrible. Stop asking people how work was. Work is always annoying. Unless the person's job is making millions, or they have some like super ultra, like they're famous, their job is horrible. If this person works for like a cubicle where every day is the same, where every day is just you avoiding getting fired and running into Karen, stop asking them. I can give you the short answer. Their day was great. They got paid. They didn't get fired. Next question. But you need friends who can call you on that bullshit, who can hold you accountable. I think that's super important. I think having having a healthy diet and getting enough sleep is another important thing. Lately, I haven't been getting that good a night's rest, but on the days that I sleep, man, I sleep well. Man, I sleep well. And it won't hurt you. Change your bed sheets every week. Go be an adult. I don't know. I just sleep better on fresh bed sheets. And if I'm feeling particularly bougie, if I'm feeling real bougie, I'll go put my blanket for the night in the dryer about 15 to 10 minutes before I go to bed, and I'll let it cook. And I'll let that coziness hit me right in the chest. No regrets. Treat yourself to, like, it's to be noted. If you got it, do it. But I'm almost of the mindset, because I came from up in a time where everyone said credit scores were important. Credit scores aren't only important to people who don't have cash. If you plan on having cash, you don't need credit. Oh, that's horrible financial advice, Heero. Is it 820 credit score or $500,000? Which one you taking? I didn't think so. But to each his own on that. But that's been a brief financial lesson with Heero. What's something else I think you'll need to survive this pandemic, winter, this depression? You know what I don't think will hurt? Having not structured. Yeah, well structured, but stop yawning. Having like something like what I'm doing here. So like when I do the podcast or live streams, I always have my friends online. This is the one time I'll probably won't have friends on. But like if you want to join me while I draw, you can. Uh, but like you need like something to pour your energy into. So we already covered that. But I also then think you need like group activities. You need to be calling your loved ones. And don't be bougie, all right? Check on your folks. Oh, they didn't check on me. Are you a child? People out here struggling. Are you a child? Don't be a child. Don't be that person that needs someone to check on them first before you can care. It really makes you look shallow. It really makes you look shallow. Check on your people. Check on your people unprovoked. That's the truth. And then something else. What do I think? What else do I think? Um, there's like what's something else that if I'm truly thinking about it, I think you should treat yourself once a week to something. You know, like my thing used to be sushi. I can't do sushi anymore, but in exchange, I do um like I'll go grab a bite from I'll go grab like a dessert or something from somewhere, like to pick it up and go. You know, just to know that I'm in the community. I've been outside, but I won't sit down and eat anywhere. I haven't been to a restaurant since April of this year. And you know, it sucks that I can't support the small businesses that I want to. But you know, I can't support the businesses if I'm dead either. So there's that. Um, the companies that figure out how to innovate, will survive. That sucks, but when you're talking about your health, that's what you bank on. I believe his number was 73, which was I think Jason Thomas's number, a college friend of mine's. Let's pull up the comic real quick. I can do this with you guys. I also do I have frames for this? Whoa, we have somebody. Who's this in Facebook? Oh, Jay White. Appreciate it, bro. Jay, how do you? Oh, and Nafi. Nafi, go do the same thing for this page on the other one. Go subscribe to this channel. Both of you guys, while I have your attention, tell me, how do you guys deal with your depression? If you have depression, if you've ever experienced depression, what are some of your coping mechanisms for depression? We're going into winter. A lot of people experience seasonal depression, and I want to kind of help people get that. Yeah, it's on YouTube. I don't think you have Twitch. Now, Nafi, if you want to be fancy and download Twitch and sub to Twitch, that's how I know you will be my favorite sister. I have many sisters, but Nafi, if you want to be number one, download Twitch and sub. I believe in you. And Nafi says, whoops. Nafi said before I lost all my messages that she does puzzles. I hope I didn't delete all the messages. Okay, good. Nafi with the death threats. Gotta love it. This is, hey, and that's why probably I don't need therapists, because that's how my look at how my family talks to me already. And Jay, yeah, follow Jay. Jay put your handle in the chat so she can find you. What did I want to look up for you guys? Do I have a tab access here? I think I might have it in the gaming one. So let's go to the gaming one real quick. Whoops. Whoops. Yeah, there goes Jay's information. I brought you guys to the gaming tab real quick because I wanna fix my picture. That's what I really want to do. I hate that I can't just keep this like set permanently. OBS always changes it. And I know they're messing with me. I know you're playing me. Oh, Nafi's on YouTube, but did you subscribe? That's what I want. It's not about if you're there, but did you subscribe yet? Your name will pop up on the screen if you do. Oh, you're already subscribed on here? That's quite unfortunate. I was trying to get off the 69 number and get to 70. I've been there for so long, and every time people make fun of me. Oh yeah, what was I looking for? Yeah, Jay makes a good point. Fighting depression is tricky. Some people don't even know they are in a depression. Yes, that is very true. But once you find out what it is, then you easily tackle it. I don't think you easily tackle it, but you do. If you choose to, you can then start working towards, handling that situation. I'm looking for my tabs. I thought I had a tab to go up here, but we don't. So we'll make one real quick. A Windows capture, I think, is what I'm looking for. And we'll make another one. We'll call this one tabs. Okay, cool. Boom. I forgot what I wanted to. Why am I doing this? Oh yeah, so I can pull up the comic book. All right, go back to Facebook. Nafi, we will talk to you on any platform. You're watching Nebraska play. You're watching Nebraska play Ohio State. Who's winning that game? Jay with the paragraph. What'd he say? Who's winning, Nafi? But I'm going through a rough time right now. I can't even walk due to having knee surgery. But my friends are what are keeping me above water right now. I got an unexpected call yesterday from someone that really lifted my spirits and helped me see clearer visions of what I need to accomplish and keep me from getting down about it. Hey, that's awesome. I like to think that I'm one of the friends that Jay is talking about that are keeping him above water, but it's real out in these streets, man. And this was that depression hotline that I came up with. But I'm going to my comic book page real quick because I want to see something that I did in the comic. How did I address? Oh yeah, what was the number of this guy? his football number. I don't have my reference cards up. Hey Jay, let me be great. It wasn't it just wasn't it was it? Now if you weren't, it was the game must have been oh shit. 30-17. Damn. Well, Nebraska was never a really good football team. They just got big offensive linemen. But they don't got no skill. No, ain't nobody out here. A corn husker. You lose to a corn husker, you got beef. LOL, JK. Hey, while y'all both on here, just share this on whatever platform. Now, if you're on Facebook, share it on Facebook. YouTube, Jay. And LOL, JK. And yeah, like whoever, and that's why I say it's so important for you to be mindful of your friends. Like, don't sit back thinking your friends are okay because you're okay. If they're your friends, you should have zero issue checking up on them. And like, if you don't check up on these people, you need to reevaluate why they're in your life. I'm not a fan of keeping people around for nostalgic purposes. Oh, I keep this person on my Facebook friend list because we went to high school together. Yeah, but if I post 200 videos and you don't like one of them, what the fuck you doing? And I think having that mindset about how to deal with people in my personal life has made it easier for me to push like people forward. Like, you don't have to stop being their friend, but you don't have to put that same amount of energy into keeping them happy or trying to form this wondrous lifestyle around them. I don't sabi that life. Like, we can be cordial. I have thousands of associates, but I don't think you need to have just this mob of people you are keeping in your life to try and somehow, some way roadblock in my head. Other side. Nope. I'm looking for. Oh yeah, it has to be this one. It has to be this one. Nope, I was wrong. Am I? Yeah, it's the next chapter. Chapter 24. Yeah, if you can watch on any platform you want. Whichever one is easier for you. If Facebook is easier for you, you can watch on Facebook. Now, if your cutoff game isn't strong, your best friends are still, well, maybe you just don't make new friends. Well, no, you have a lot of new friends too. My siblings are so popular. It's really mind-boggling to me. Oh yeah, Jay, you remember this? You gave me the idea for this and I drew this. This was back when that whole meme was going on about, well, let me not ruin it. Let's read the comic together. Can you guys see this the way I see this? Yes, you can. My two characters are playing video games. An interesting fact, that bear in the background, that bear appears in every comic book, hidden somewhere. But I enjoy putting Dr. Heero in the comic book. And in the background, someone did pick up on the fact that this is the cover of The Death of Superman. I like just putting random bullshit like that in my comics. They're playing a video game. Player 2 wins. Yeah, Facebook, Facebook protecting me. Nafi, don't get copyright struck because you out here being funny. My sister threatened me on Facebook and they sent her a warning. Nafi, you funny. Stop being abusive. Stop being abusive to me. And player two wins, which was Valor. He's accused of cheating, but you know black men don't cheat. I like this. This is funny to me. This was funny to me. This is funny to me. Anyway, let's go back here. I was right. His number is 73. That's just a sign of how good my memory is. And you're probably wondering, why did I need that number? Because that's what I have to write on his trousers right now. And we'll do the two stint. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. So we can go back to, boom, main. Actually, we can just go back to art. Facebook don't care, man. Nafi. Facebook, it's during the election season too, so you know like all those words are being flagged right now. Like, hey, don't get your page shut down trying to be funny. Cause I will ride that sympathy to the top, Nafi. I will sell you out to get 1,000 subscribers on here. Facebook hit me up and say, hey, is there something we could do? Yeah, ban that person and let's write an article about how she abused me. The women in my family have no mercy. None. Meteor High. Yeah, the high school that they go to is Meteor High. A lot of people, if you're wondering, yes, it is true. Meteor High I'm clearly ripping off my own high school, which was Thornton Fractional North, and their logo, not logo, but their mascot was we were the Meteors. And in retrospect, our school rival, TF South, the Rebels, it's pretty racist, but I doubt they'll change that name anytime soon. But also, that was just also a sign of how oblivious we were as young children about issues in our community. My sister did want to change the name of her grade school, right? Woodrow Wilson Petrie School, whatever. Nafi did free me from Twitter jail, when I was stuck in Twitter jail. Nafi did come get me, but Nafi wanted to change the name of her grade school because, like, I guess like the teachers, not the teachers. What's the word I'm thinking of? The school mascot was a person who didn't. Yeah, Woodrow Wilson School. Woodrow Wilson. Petrie is the name of Wilbert Petrie Field is the name of our high school football field. That's where I was getting a Petrie from. But I guess like the Woodrow Wilson dude was like a dude who didn't want women voting. So they have a whole iron cast bronze bust of this guy's head in this grade school, and you know, it's just that psychology. Like, man, who would have thought? Like, if you had a person to pick to put a memento to, you would pick a dude that was against women having equal rights. Like, you sat there as a collective body and said young people should idolize and every morning should walk into a building and see this person and think, yes, this is something I aspire to be. Someone who hinders you from being better. It's just crazy. But Nafi wasn't about that life, so she didn't pursue it. She's going to DC. She got bigger fish to fry. Nafi don't mess with everybody, man. It's a hard knock life. But yeah, my sister did talk about she does puzzles. Jay has a network of friends. So once again, is the answers are I don't have all the answers, Sway, and clearly talking to people within my circle lets you know that they don't have all the answers. So there's a multitude of ways to do this. You just got to find what works best for you. Okay, not grade school, elementary school. She made the 14 points from the presidents against voting. He made 14 points about it. A total loser. Yes. Um. So another thing that you have to, and I think, and just like that, like, I'm telling people, up front, like, oh, you have to have these sources and these things, and it helps because once again, and you never want to be the person who is not, or being accused of not paying attention. That's not a good look. So do your best to be there for your people, because it'll help you out too in the long run. Ultimately, you feel good when you're talking with your people and you can have these conversations. You can laugh, you can talk. It's great. It's good for you. He needs some milk. The dialogue here is going to be a major issue for me, because this is the second book, but this is still within my first art style. And when I say my first art style, a lot of people don't know what I mean by that. You see how rigid these lines are? And when you zoom away, they still have that predominant look, but this line is the same, but it has less ridge, but it looks a lot smoother from a distance. A better example, if I can find one. I have a lot of weird things in my current folders. I don't see anything here. No Time to Cry. I hope this isn't like work related. Oh no, this was the picture I made for Chadwick Boseman. But you see how much, like, this is my current art style, which is 10 folds by comparison. Why do I have two of these things open right now? You are the fake. You are the real one. Control S. But yeah, see how like rigid these lines are by comparison? Like when you get super close, it looks super pixelated. But like from the distance that you wouldn't normally look at, it looks super smooth, looks super clear. Meanwhile, this is like very two-toned, very like it's either you get it or you don't. And this is unfinished, obviously, but I really enjoyed this picture. I really enjoyed making this picture so much. Like you can see, like he's sort of translucent. But he's still there to catch the tear. But yeah. So like I don't know. It's just like I'll keep working on it, but like you won't see my new art style until I get to book 3. Honestly, that's because book 3 isn't even in ink right now. Hey, Leafy Walk, Leafy Walk, give me the what is it? What's the word for? I'm trying to ask what the word is for pronouncing words, and I keep wanting to say hooked on phonics. What is the phonetic? the phonetic saying of your name. Leafy Wah, what's up? Leafy Wah was on with me yesterday, and Leafy Wah, you've probably noticed that you are the Danger Stranger Award winner. And the Danger Stranger Award winner is the person who interacts the most with me in my chat. So I appreciate you, Leafy Wah, for coming back. Sign of my appreciation. And Nafi, why wasn't I blessed with this talent? Nafi, you could have this talent. Why wasn't I blessed with your fashion sense? Why wasn't I blessed with Luke's cool, calm demeanor? We could easily trade. You want to be a good drawer? Come on, Nafi, you can have it. Why was I blessed with y'all's patience? Oh, I did say it right. Leafy Wah. Okay, thanks. And Nafi, what are you talking about? Like T-Y, like. And thank you, Leafy Wah, for being in the booth with me. Leafy Wah, how do you handle your depression? That was what we've been talking about. A few people have put in that they enjoy doing puzzles. Some people enjoy just communicating with their friends and loved ones. That helps them out a lot. But Leafy Wah, how do you handle depression, if you don't mind sharing? Because winter's coming, and we are still in the middle of a pandemic, so a lot of people might not have the answer, Sway. So that's what we're searching for today.